Alright, so it is currently 7:20 p.m., January 13th, 2021. I go in for ACL reconstruction tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. It's been 31 months since injury, something I've been waiting to get done. I just wanted to put a video together, try and document my days as I go. I didn't document anything really when I tore my knee. A little backstory with regards to that: I tore my knee June 3rd, 2018, racing a cross-country race on my dirt bike, Burnt River, off-road. It's a pretty basic fall. So after countless surgeons and being told one thing to another. Initially it said that it was my MCL and ACL that was torn, because it took a couple months at the time just to get an MRI. Came back and said that it was a torn PCL. From then on I was doing a bunch of physio. Shout out to my buddy John. He pretty much knew prior to my MRI, because he had actually come checked it out, that it was PCL related. So if I didn't know him, and I went and ordered custom knee braces, they would have been fitted and suited more or less for ACL. So anyways, it took a while to get all the range of motion back. It never felt 100%, so I saw different surgeons. I finally went down and saw the head PCL surgeon in Toronto, who basically said my knee was normal, my pain's normal. I suffer with pain every minute, every second of the day. There's pain. The little bits of time here and there where there isn't pain, I think, oh, things are getting better, and then out of nowhere, well, it's not better. I work in construction, so I have a hard job as it is. On my feet all day long, kneeling, standing up and down ladders. That obviously makes things difficult, especially when having a knee injury. So 2018 I was off work for, I don't even know, 6 months or so. It took me to gain back enough strength and ability to actually go and do physical work. I would go and just try to put in some light days. When I did see one of the surgeons for the PCL, they recommended a spin bike, which I ended up getting, and I think it helped a lot. Obviously, I think if I had that from the get-go, I might have been back and going a lot quicker. I was tiling a job the beginning of last year, 2020, and by the end of that day, tiling the floor, I was basically in tears because of the amount of pain I was in. And then I knew, hey, something's not right. I knew always something wasn't right, and finally I went and saw my doctor, got to see another surgeon. He told me that my MRI results from 2018 showed no ACL, no PCL. He thinks at that time that I built enough strength to compensate for the no PCL, that it was my ACL that was giving me problems. He didn't want to do surgery until he knew for sure. He had me see somebody else, in which they basically said the same thing and said, you know what, we could do one of two things. Either go in and just do a little scope and kind of clean up. That'll work for a couple of weeks. Good chance I'd have to go in for surgery anyways. I did have a second MRI done. That came back saying my ACL's torn. First MRI said my ACL was intact and it was my PCL. Second MRI said that my ACL was torn and somehow showed signs that my PCL was starting to heal. So I don't know if maybe that means there's a little strand left that is kind of hanging on for dear life, but regardless, the PCL doesn't give me the issues, it's the ACL. I've been doing tons of spin bike. That's pretty much everything I've been doing every single day. I come home 5 days a week, I'm on the spin bike and I'm pushing. I'm pretty positive that everything's going to go well, and I'm going to come out of this stronger. Surgery is 12 hours away, basically. I didn't stop my racing in 2018. I came back in 2019 and I had a good year. Alright, I did a bit of a lighting change up. Basically what my knee is like right now. Range of motion, all that stuff. And I'll start off showing you what the laxity is like. To some people, they get a little squeamish when they see this. So you can see it moves quite a bit. So every time I pull back, and like right now, it falls forward, right, if I'm loose. So every time I pull it back, it feels like it's just kind of bone on bone. You know, you can imagine every time you take a step, you know, this is moving around. Every time you kneel down, this is pushing in and then flopping back out. So clearly we got an issue there. So range of motion is full. So I can go bend as much as I possibly could. My good leg now is pretty much the same thing. Muscle definition. Again, this is my bad leg, so you can probably tell that this is smaller. I was never able to get it back to the same size. Initially, when it happened, I'd lost just over an inch muscle mass in my quads. Gained back some of it. Also, when I do that, it does have a loose feeling. Just going like this, for instance, I can feel popping. I can feel something, it's like there's a nub or something like rubbing. I'm capable of squats. It took me a while to be able to do them, and even doing them, there's always cracking. Or sometimes I feel like, again, that nub type feeling and pressure. Let's see if we can get another angle here. Again, not sure how well it's going to show up on the GoPro, but hey, this kind of gives you an idea. I'm happy that it's finally happening. As long as you put the work into it, you're going to get whatever you put in. If you only put a little bit in, well, that's all you're going to get back. So I plan to put in as much as possible and just push, and that's my plan. Videos to come would be what kind of pain I'm in, what kind of, you know, ability I'm at, range of motion, that type of stuff, what I'm capable of at the time. So I like to push myself, and obviously I'm going to do what, you know, the surgeon wants me to do and what my physiotherapist wants me to do, but you know, if they want me to push, they tell me to push, that's what I'm going to do, is push. Anyways, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.